Now to the push to remove President Trump from office and the security warning in the wake of the chaos at the Capitol.
House lawmakers are expected to vote soon on a resolution calling on Vice President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove Trump from office. A vote could also come as soon as tomorrow to impeach the president for inciting violence against the government of the United States on January 6th.
Meantime, President Trump is standing by his comments to the crowd of pro-Trump rioters who stormed the Capitol. The FBI is also now raising the alarm about more threats. Armed protests being planned at all 50 state capitals, the FBI says, leading up to Inauguration Day on January 20th.
Here in Michigan, the president of the Lansing City Council is urging the National Guard be deployed ahead of those protests. 7 Action News reporter Jim Kirchner is live downtown outside of the TCF Center with what's happening here. Jim?
This is ground zero where we watched the Detroit vote count and then the subsequent Stop the Steal protests. Potential targets for protesters in the next week also include, according to the FBI, local and federal courthouses. One is right down Jefferson, the federal court right up the street on 4th Street.
Right now, there's no actionable intelligence that supports that there's going to be anything in the city of Detroit, but that doesn't mean that we won't have a ready deployment of resources.
We've seen the protests in Lansing. Law enforcement has been put on notice that the state capitol could be a target on Saturday or Sunday. After the riot last week at the U.S. Capitol, the FBI has also told local law enforcement that cities, courthouses in all 50 states could be targets if President Trump is forced out of office early or during the inauguration of new President Biden.
Entering the building and again, the way the law enforcement, the Capitol Police were treated, and yeah, it was just it brought it to another level. And again, just making all of us, think about how we're going to respond, how we're going to react.
Trump supporters have talked about their plans on social media. This Facebook page called Milford Conservatives Matter included a post today that said, "What a piece of crap article," referencing a report on Channel 7 last night about Republican State Rep Matt Maddox and his wife Michonne, who will be the next state GOP co-chair. Minutes later, that page was changed to private, members only. The 7 Action News report included the state rep using the terms civil war.
As soon as we lose our faith in elections, the next step after that, same thing happened with the Civil War. They lost faith in elections because there was inadequate elections going on.
The advice from law enforcement: protest peacefully.
Engaging in acts of criminal activity, engaging in destruction, damage, assault to other people, it's just something that we can't tolerate. Operate within the bounds of the law.
Michonne Maddox did tweet out strong criticism of the rioters in Washington, D.C., but she has not talked with local media. I can tell you law enforcement officials are on alert for the next 2 weeks. Live downtown, Jim Kirchner, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you so much, Jim, as always.